Hello, Pisces. It's umomgtarot, and let's have a look at your person's current feelings about you. So this is kind of a spy, a little peep, right? If you'd like a personal reading, check out my description. There's a link, but for now, let's just keep it pressing, Pisces. Okay, so this person, let's see what the vibe is between you and this person in particular. And Mercury, okay, communication. So this is how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Okay, Pisces, so communication either is a factor or not, right? So it's either the way that you guys are speaking to each other, the level of communication. Are you texting back? Are they texting back? Are they ignoring? Are they blocked? There's some sort of communication theme here that is significant. Of course, it's always significant. Then we have Neptune, your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. Some of you are daydreaming about this person. Some of you may even be communicating via dreams. You may sense this person, smell their perfume, their cologne, or see things, symbolism that reminds you of a time with them. There might be synchronicity to that. So the communication thing might be a theme to you because you feel like they're communicating with you spiritually, that Neptunian vibe. So thinking like very daydreamish, very otherworldly. So yeah, seeing signs, psychic signs, synchronicity, and other symbolism from the universe is probably an indicator that, communication is either coming or like you feel like that is a communication in its energetic self. Pisces, the next card is Taurus. So there's stubborn energy here. So the energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. So Pisces, this person also, it's funny because you have the dreamy energy component to it, like spiritual this, spiritual that. What is that coincidence, or that the fact that I saw 5 red cars today and they look like that car of that same person that I'm thinking of? But like, oh, are these signs? But then there's, on the flip side, there's that Taurus energy who's very practical and very not long-winded, but just slow and deliberate about things. So I would wonder if some of you Pisces are daydreaming your life away over this person, thinking here's a sign, there's a sign, anything but the actual tangible communication. Or some of you are very stubborn, you're not going to reach out in spite of all the signs, that you're very grounded on this approach. You know, Taurus's energy is a lover energy, not a fighter, so this person might be feeling that way as well, where they're very stubborn and very slow with their actions. Like they might be thinking about it for a while to communicate. They might be seeing the signs as well, but again, that's if there's any tension or anything resistant about this connection, they're hesitant because they're stubborn, and they're not willing to budge. But also the Taurus energy is associated with Venus, so we know that at the root of it, it's a lover girl, lover boy type energy. They want to love, but they're very stubborn about being wrong or conceding in any sort of way, showing weakness. But they may dream and think about you as well. So checking in on them. I know some of you are like, oh, that stubborn energy. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with a communication issue. It leaves us with a lot of thinking and a lot of being in your head, like Neptune, about the situation. But let's have a look at your person. Like, what you stubborn for? What is the deal with Pisces? Because Neptune and Pisces have a very strong connection. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. Daydream fantasies. Pisces are usually doing a lot of that imagination stuff. So, this is about deciphering what is psychic information versus, and like legitimate psychic cosmic communication versus just being kind of delusional. Delulu. And I know some amount of delusion is nice, but hey, some of it's like maybe you're being stubborn, maybe you're in like limerence, or I don't know. So let's have a look, because this is about their current feelings about you. Okay, so again, this person is thinking about you a lot. This is the Temperance card. We'll get more into it when I pull the cards. King of Wands in reverse. Yep. The leadership. They're the ones who should make the move. They're the ones who should reach out. We have the Empress, also related to Venus, and the Empress energy. Very interesting, because there's a third component to this. But also, she's sitting pretty, upright, relaxing. Do I feel like that's you? A little bit. I feel like whoever has the upper hand is this person. The stubborn person. Both stubborn. You're wrong. Not willing to say sorry. You're right. Not willing to reach out or be like, let's talk about this because I'm right. So it feels like that energy's there. But I feel like at the front of all of this is like a desire for reconciliation. Ooh, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune, a little turning of the tides. Interesting. Oh, Seven of Wands. We have a little bit of defensiveness. That's okay. That is okay. So, as a whole, I feel like it's like a tug, a tug of war with you and whoever this person is. They could be a Virgo. They could be a Gemini, another Pisces or a Taurus. Now we're getting that Sagittarius energy with the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance card. The Wheel of Fortune is associated with Jupiter, who rules Pisces and Sagittarius, by the way. And then I mentioned Venus. Venus, obviously associated with Taurus again, but also Libra. But let's keep Libra out of this for now. All right. So looking at this and their current feelings about you, it could be a little confusing, but what's clear is that on both sides there is confusion, because there's this desire to reconcile. There's this desire to come together and it be like this. You act right and I act right, and then yay, we can move on. But you both have ideas of what that is, and I don't think they're the same. The King of Wands give me the person who has like the most burden or the most control over the situation, meaning they did you wrong, they need to apologize, they need to realize something before, you know what I mean? Like they have the mental work to do, and they are the ones who have to repair for their actions, because the king is of that fire, and that fire is the one that started all this burning. And you need to atone for your sins a little bit. Like there's reconciliation, there's something to, you need to want some forgiveness out here in these streets, because you're out here acting a fool. Not literally, not with the tarot, but a King of Wands type fool. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fiery, maybe hot-headed, but not really. Maybe more impulsive. Maybe rage and regretish. Not too much of that, because again, no swords, but more like your actions were on purpose. And I'm not saying you were deceptive, and I'm not saying you were malicious, but I'm saying you knew what kind of control you had. You had power and authority, and you took advantage of it, or you were doing a Taurus type, you got controlling or something, like, and I'm here sitting pretty on my throne, because we're not in communication, or there's some sort of separation, because we're not on the same, we're not up, you're down, I'm up. I feel like that's you, Pisces. I'm up, I'm sitting pretty, because I know I didn't do anything wrong, I'm holding still, and also I have other things going on, I'm thriving. The Empress is typically, it represents pregnancy. So I'm wondering if this person even could be somebody who impregnated you and didn't step up to the role of king, the queen, but you're still good. There's a turning of tides, and then there's that defensive energy and trying to push back, but under false pretense, because this is in reverse. So having to stand your ground, it's giving, it feels like that Pisces thing, like, no, I know right from wrong. I do the right thing, but I need to get mine now. Like I need to put my foot down about this type of foolishness. You have to pay it. There's no compassion here for you, because you abused it when you had it. I have to put my foot down. And it'll feel malicious, but I have to take what's mine. So some of you might be going through a divorce. Some of you might want to reconcile, but like in a different outcome, like get back together, or no, just be peaceful. No, just be friends. No, but I gotta handle mine. I gotta get that house though. I gotta get that watch though. Bling bling. If you know, you know. But the Wheel of Fortune, it shows the turning of the tides. It shows the luck about to change. And maybe this person does come to a realization. Maybe they come in defensiveness, but there's more beyond that defensiveness. Maybe there's more information that you need to know. Maybe there's a reasoning why. Maybe there's a component of the situation that you weren't aware of that made you conclude correctly, fairly, but you didn't know this extra piece of information, and so you're like, oh damn, it's not that it was wrong, I just didn't know. So now it was okay. So that, and I like that, because then you can actually feel the difference in how you react. Like you're not going to be as upset with this person, or maybe things will make sense. Maybe there's a cool off period needed because things get heated, but things get discussed. But I feel like there's a turning of tides, whether or not you guys haven't been communicating. This reconciliation has brought up stuff where there's like, I'm coming at you with intensity and you're sitting there leisurely, so this isn't, the ball's like in your court. And the turning of the tides is like what maybe you wanted them to reach out for a long time, and now that you're like, okay, I'm good, then they reach out and it's like, oh well, damn, that's quite the turning of the tides. And the Wheel of Fortune is, does have that element of surprise, because it's like, oh my god, I thought things were gonna go left, but they went right. Ayo. But I think that when things go right, or Pisces even, this could mean a windfall of good luck, because I've been hearing that you guys You're gonna have some good luck lately. And the Wheel of Fortune is definitely a representative, like just a lump sum of money, or just like just a random streak of good luck. And you're like, yes, good timing and everything. Like, you caught me while I was looking good. You caught me while my wig wasn't turned sideways. You caught me like, and then I was already, and oh, it was perfect. Like, you like when you get to see your ex and you're looking real nice and they're looking all jacked up and you're all engaged to the next and you're all happy and it shows and it's like organic too, and you're like, yeah, that's right. But I don't think it's like that grand of a thing. I think it's just some good luck and feeling good, feeling like you have the upper hand in the situation when they, I guess, reach out, come back and reconcile or whatever. I feel like overall you're like, no, you have stuff to explain. And then this Seven of Wands is the only thing that makes me go, okay, well, what's going on here? Because why are you being defensive? Why is the turning of the tides you being defensive? You know, this card is in reverse, so it feels like you're defensive under false pretenses, which gives us that this person could be a Taurus. Definitely could be a Taurus, especially in action. That could be spiteful energy as well, just going out of your way to stand your ground. Maybe like, just doing the most just so that you don't get tried in the future, trying to be controlling. Nine of Wands, wishes fulfilled. Okay, manifestations fulfilled. Maybe what's good for the goose is good for the gander there. Because I feel like maybe what this person's been dishing out is what they're going to get back to them. Maybe a karmic lesson, what goes around comes around type of energy as well. Maybe they go through an experience like that, and although they are stubborn, it's like there's like a realization, an aha, that is so crucial to, that's funny, these two are, okay, the Wheel of Fortune candle there, available on my Etsy shop if you care. But the Nine of Cups is giving the wishes fulfilled energy, the just relax and watch how things play out. And I feel like for some of you Pisces, you guys kind of intuitively always feel how things are going to play out, which makes you less reactive in your more evolved form. You guys kind of just look like this, like just wait for it. Especially when things are going wrong, someone betrays you, or when you get a feeling about someone, before you be like, no, let me warn you about this person. I have no tangible proof, but let me warn you. And then you look crazy. But now, an evolved Pisces is one to just wait and watch how things play out and see the validation of their spiritual hunches. So I think a lot of that is going to happen in this situation with this person. Again, it's giving Virgo, Gemini, potentially, Pisces, Taurus, lots of Taurus, Sagittarius even. It's giving some of that energy. But I feel like the dynamic of this person, how they feel about you, still stubborn. Maybe they need, but things changed. Something happens where they see things a little bit differently. It's a wish fulfilled, but they still have that oomph in them. They still have that venom in them with that defensiveness. Like, maybe a situation is the issue for you that you went through with them, but maybe at the core it's their ways that is the real issue underneath. And maybe you realize that and it comes full circle. So if that resonates, maybe you'll want to get a personal reading. If you do, check out the description. And that's your reading for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.